Okay podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the Weird Flex But Okay podcast, the Weebs Workouts Comedy Advice podcast, where we answer your questions. Words. If you would like to send us an email and ask us a question, you can email us at weirdflexbutokaypodcast@gmail.com. The music you hear in every episode is made by What's My Name on Instagram and Soundcloud, and that is how you do it.
I wanted
Down
you to
here in the
talk like
South.
Alfie's. That's why I talk
You
like that.
wanted me to talk like Alfie?
Yes, I wanted you to do the
Alfie's.
opening like Alfie's. That's why I talk like you. Bounce off me, Katy.
I'm sorry.
Bounce off me,
Oh,
Alphys.
gosh.
Come on now.
Oh. I guess I can do
Come on,
the rest of the
Papyrus.
podcast like Alfie's, because Alfie's really likes to do the podcast, even
Yes.
though she doesn't really have an actual voice.
I want to talk about Papyrus. How's Papyrus doing?
Papyrus is doing really good.
I want to talk to him. Yeah, you got to be ready. This is your voice actor training. This is your voice actor Naruto training, or I throw shit at you. You gotta
My
be
voice
able to
actor Naruto training.
Yes. You got to be ready to
Yes.
flip on a dime. Like I can do a voice
How
on
are
a
you
dime.
doing, Papyrus? I'm doing pretty good, I guess.
Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta do
That was my Isabella.
You're Isabel. Get the name
I
right
named-
because she
I
is a
named
bell.
her- Listen, I named her Isabella because she's a balla.
Oh shit.
Talking myself in a circle to get myself out of awkward situations.
Brrr.
But yeah, we did it. How's your week, Jordan?
Horrible.
How you doing?
Horrible. I'm in pain
Yeah?
and angry all the time, but I'm watching all the MCU films, but it's fun.
Oh heck.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah, you
counting
got
down.
tickets, right?
What? Yeah, I already got my tickets. I literally woke up at 5 a.m. that day, and then I waited and I kept refreshing the screen, and then I was able to get tickets right on the dot. I didn't have to wait in line at all. Everyone else was waiting in line. I literally got mine right there. I had the 2 D-box seats I was waiting for. Boom, boom, got them, and I was good to go.
Yeah, I heard they've been selling out like crazy.
Oh, yeah, they're
Down here in
sold out.
Alabama, there's some theaters that we can go to that aren't sold out.
Okay, as long as they aren't
So-
sold out, but as long as
Yeah,
you don't assume. That's the thing. A lot
No,
of people
because
assume.
Zach has his tickets, and the theater is very chill, and so I might get tickets and go.
What do you
with
mean
them, but
Zach has
I'm still
his
debating.
tickets? Why didn't? You guys didn't get the tickets together?
Oh no, because I was playing Persona forever, and I didn't make it on my first priority list, even though I kind of want to now, and I'm kind of regretting that I didn't. So I'm now in the.
Well, you mean
position
you
where
didn't
I'm
be like,
assuming-
hey babe, can you get this and then I'll pay you back?
Well, he had bought his tickets before telling me he was getting them, and they've already got a group together, and so I was like, oh heck, because I didn't even remember that the movie thing was happening. I keep up with Weeb stuff. I don't keep up with Marvel DC
Hey!
stuff. So
That's just American weeb stuff. Thank you very much.
I mean, that is fair.
I walk
We do-
both realms. I'm on both sides of the spectrum.
But yeah,
except
I
that
think
one.
I do want to go see it, so I'll probably end up getting a ticket, because down here, a lot of those exclusive events don't really sell out. In my experience over the years, going to events that have sold out immediately,
But it's
there's
the
always a theater.
last Marvel movie ever, so you gotta be ready for it.
What? Totally.
Oh man.
I know that's a lie.
Yeah, it's the last one ever. Then DC's gonna just start making movies. Did you see Shazam?
Yeah, DC bought Marvel. No, I didn't.
It was funny. It was a really funny movie. You'd like it. It's your type of humor.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's your type of humor. You would like it a lot.
That makes me happy.
So there's
actually.
this scene in it. There's a couple scenes at the beginning where I'm like, wow, that's really dark. And then there's a scene with the main character, and the movie comes off as this, oh, this is a family superhero film. But when you find out the origin of the main person, it's that is actually a dark fucking thing. That is this should be another movie. This should honestly
Yeah.
be the tone shifted so bad. I felt so empathetic and bad in this situation. I won't say what it is,
So,
but felt me
is
bad.
he really goofy?
When he's Shazam, yes, but he can't say his name because it'll turn back into his self. So they literally call him a bunch of different names. They call him the Red Cyclone or Captain Sparkly Fingers and all this stuff because he can't say his name.
Wow.
If someone comes up to him and asks, "What's your name?" he can't say Shazam, even though he originally was the original Captain Marvel. So that's what they came to.
Interesting.
Yeah, because what's funny is if you watch Justice League Unlimited or Young Justice, they still call Shazam in that show Captain Marvel because that's what his thing was. But because, you know, MCU has the Marvel, the mouse is like, yeah, ha, you better watch that shit. Ha, you can't do that.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah. But
like,
that's why.
I really want a Freakazoid live action. Like, if we're just throwing money at live actions, like...
Freakazoid
I don't
live
know.
action. That'd be like one of those people that only like a niche bunch of people will be like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah, but I would want it to be done by the person that did Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, so you want it like 2D and 3D live action?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You don't want it like Rocky and Bullwinkle, the movie?
I have not seen that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, don't.
That's fair. But speaking of seeing that, my week has consisted of me staring at a TV screen for the past 3 days because we're recording this on the weekend. My weekend was only Persona 4. It was amazing.
Yeah, Perona 4. That's like a crazy game.
Perona 4. Perona. Yeah, I'd never played like the Persona games growing up. I'd only played a little bit of 5 because Zach had it, and he has 4 as well, and was like, "You'd really like this." And Persona's one of those things where our paths have crossed many times. Like, I've heard of the franchise or series or whatever, and I'd seen cosplayers, and I knew it was something I would like if I got into it, but I never made time to. So this weekend I made time to get into Persona 4, and I am addicted to it. I can't play it for another week because it's Zach's and it's at his place, and so I'm going to go visit him next week, and so I'll play more next week because this week I have important things to do.
Right.
But I will be like counting down the days to play it again because I'm in love with Persona 4 now. Yukiko is best girl. I've put in about 20 hours straight of that game, and Yukiko is my waifu. No, not yet, because I haven't been able to get her up that high on the wooing charts.
Right.
I've been focusing a lot on the fighting, but god dang it, I love her.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where I am.
That's good. That's fun. I can't wait for Mortal Kombat to come out in the next couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
Fun. I'm gonna play that.
There's so many new things coming out.
Yeah, Avengers
Yeah.
Assemble.
When does the movie come out?
The 25th.
Okay, cool.
It comes out earlier like overseas. I know it comes out like the 24th or 22nd overseas. So like that's one of those times like stay off Twitter or social media because you know those people will be like, oh, spoiler this, spoiler that, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah, it's crazy how spoiler culture has gotten so what's the word? So unafraid, I guess. Like people are very willing to just throw everything into the world. No,
you know what sucks is like when they put out fake spoilers too. Like even if it's asinine, like you don't know. Because it's just like, oh yeah, Game of Thrones, fucking Sauron shows up, and then he like decided to fight, and they find out that Game of Thrones was actually in the same universe as Lord of the Rings, and it just took place decades later. So it's just, you know, shit like that. You know, like, oh wow.
There are some funny like fake spoilers that I've seen, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like when it can seem real. Like people go out of their way to make you think you were spoiled, and then it's completely out of left field.
You get the ban hammer from me. Pull that shit. Don't
yeah.
Do that. Especially if I'm looking forward to something.
Yeah. But speaking of looking forward to
a day,
something.
Speaking of looking forward to a day.
Segues. Why don't you take us to our first question?
All right, this comes from Kong is King, and he says, of these 5, who would you want to spend the day with? Goku, Naruto, not Rock Lee, he's away with Metal's mom, All Might, Luffy, or Saitama. Bonus rank who you would hang with in order of your favorite to least. So I guess like the first part is just like who would you want to spend the day with most out of those 5?
All right. I think, like, because I love the show Naruto the most, but in terms of like, would I want to just chill with him? I don't know.
Like it's Hokage Naruto, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it's Daddy Naruto. I don't know.
Do you want Dad Naruto or Teenage Naruto? Like the last Naruto? Remember the one from the last?
Yes, I remember. I think I would actually, for my first pick, hang out with All Might or Saitama first.
You'd hang out with Saitama?
Yeah, dude, he's cool.
I mean, he's chill, but I like honestly, like this is how I put it.
Actually, yeah, I think All Might.
Yeah, I would hang with All Might too, because All Might is just like a kind, caring father figure. And he'd be like, all right, well, let me go buy you a meal, and then tell me about your goals. Oh, that's what you're going to do. Yeah,
that's
like
exactly my
speech.
mindset there.
Yeah, he'd just be like, he'd give you like an encouraging speech and make you feel like you're like the true hero of your story. And then he's just like, yeah, you're going to be great. You're going to be awesome. And then he just like shares experiences, and he'd like just be a very kind, caring father figure. So like, yeah, I would definitely love to hang with All Might, because like, I think
All Might's
all the
on
other ones.
my list first.
Because I look at the negative quality of the other ones. Because like, first off, Saitama, I mean, I guess in a way he'd be cool with it, but it's like Saitama would just be like, oh, this random person wants to hang. Who are you? And it's just like, oh, I'm a fan of yours. You're like, all right, cool, go away. And or like it'd be like, what the heck, or like,
well, I think there would be circumstances created to where you would be spending a day with them, so they would want to hang out with you.
No, I was just assuming this as a day. Like, no, they don't want. Like, is literally you just, oh, I'm gonna pop next to this person and then see how they react, because that's how I took it.
Yeah, I guess our interpretations are different, because I feel like if that was the case, they could all easily escape us. I mean,
well, I mean, like, I feel like All Might would be like, well, let me go take you out. I'm a good person. Let me take you out.
To be more fun for me, I'm assuming that it is under the circumstances that you are spending time with this person and they want to spend time with you.
Oh, okay. See, I'm looking at this realistically, because I know for realistically, Goku would not want to spend time with you at all. He'd just be like, okay, what can you do? Oh, well, can you fly?
Well, realistically, all of them would probably be very busy and have other things to do.
No, realistically, All Might would give you the time of day, because he'd be like, you're from another universe. Let me take care of you. So there. Counter.
I mean, I'm just trying to think about what they're trying to say here for it. Like, because I don't think I'd want to hang out with anybody that didn't want to be near me. Like, even if I'm a fan of them. So, like, but I don't think they want the answer to be none.
Well, so I'm saying I'm
trying to make it a positive spin.
All right, so like you know what? I'll do this, because I've asked this question on my community tab before as well. So like, this is what I always assume. Like, imagine like, all right, you poof, you're in this world. The people know you're from outside the world, and like it's their day off. It's their day off. And you can go interact with them on their day off. So if they choose to interact with you back, that's on them. And if they choose not to interact with you, then that's how it would be. So like, that's how it goes. Because like, literally, like, if you just like poof, all right, boom, day off. Like, they know you're from another universe.
I love that we're like trying to figure out the semantics of the question.
No, I know the semantics, because I'm looking at it from the way I would ask it. So, because I have asked this question several times before on my like community tab, so I'm looking at it the way I would ask it. So like, boof, like, there you go. Because like, Naruto would probably take you out for ramen, and then you just be like, you could talk about various things and just be like, yeah, so this is what happened. This is what happened. Saitama, like, he'd be very chill to play it, but it'd just be like hanging with your friend, because it's just like, oh, okay, you want to play some video games? Yeah, I'm just playing video games. Yeah. So you want to get some food? Oh, you want to do that? I'm saying, like, Goku is the only one I do not buy hanging with the person at all, because he'd just be bored. He would like try to leave, just be like, okay, well, you got no powers whatsoever, and I like sparring strong people, so bye, and just leave. Unless it was Kid Goku. Kid Goku would give you the time of day. Adult Goku's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And Luffy will get you killed.
Yeah, when it comes to what I'm reading, spending the day with somebody, All Might would be my first pick, because I think that would be a very wholesome situation. And then I think I would go for Naruto as my second, and that could be fun. And then Luffy, and then Saitama, and then Goku. I think that's my list.
How would you feel if Luffy was like, shut up, Katy, when you did your thing? Like, oh, because you know how you will always do the thing of like, where you go, oh, well, let's talk this out with love. We shouldn't fight and do all this stuff. And you're like, oh my God, you're one of those crybabies. I hate people like you. Like, remember what he did with Shihiro Shishi? Remember that mermaid girl?
I'm only spending a day with them. I'm not probably getting close to
I'm saying,
them.
like, if you're like in the vicinity of like that, would you just be like, well, fuck you too then, or something like that? Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think there's a lot if like you were actually legitimately like becoming close and building bonds with these characters. That's a whole different question. Right. But if it's just spending a day, to just like do an activity or something with them. I think I'll stand by the order that I picked.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Because I know, like, Luffy would probably be, like, for me, just like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I think he'd be way too childish.
Yeah, he's way too childish. Like, I think, like, again, like, for me, it's All Might. Saitama just be, like, super chill. Like, you want to go get
Yeah, like playing games or something.
Like, it's funny enough, like, I'm the one who's saying, like, oh, Goku's my last choice, because I don't buy that he would, like, he would even entertain the thought. He'd just be bored. Like, that's the truth. Like, he'd just be, you're boring.
Yeah. Like, what could make these characters want to spend a day with someone?
If you were strong
except
as fuck,
for training,
Goku would want to spend the day with you. If you had a bunch of food, Luffy would spend the day with you. If you could hurt Saitama, he'd want to spend the day with you.
Yeah.
If you could cook ramen or like get ramen to Naruto, he'd spend the day with you.
Yeah. So a lot of selfish goals in there to get these characters to hang out. Mm-hmm. Except All Might.
Yeah,
All Might would just
like
be
selfless.
Yeah. And that would be nice. So yeah, I think that's how it would go down.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Do the segue. I get see, this is how you could have did the segue. It's just like, okay. I mean, like, okay, so, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, if you were hanging out with, like, All Might, be a pretty wholesome day. Like, Luffy, you and him could go get tattoos. Speaking of tattoos,
or you could say, man, these characters have really imprinted themselves on my heart. They've really made a mark. But speaking of making a mark...
There you go. See? Now you're getting it. We'll practice on the next one.
Yes. Okay, so this next question comes from Kel Miller. Thank you for sending a question, Kel Miller.
Hey, Kellen.
It says, hi. No, it's not Kellen. It's Kel.
Yeah, that's what he likes to say.
I bet.
see through
no,
it.
I think this is a lovely lady. And it says,
so
this is
Kelly?
for the both of you. That's a good question.
Is it Kel or Kelly?
If you're listening to this podcast, Kel or Kelly,
okay,
please
Kellen, we
leave
know
a
what
comment.
you're doing. We know
How
it's
to
you.
Answer. Okay. So this question says it's for the both of us, and I'm not all the way caught up yet, so just ignore this if you've already answered it. Do either of you have any tattoos? Would you ever consider getting an anime or comic book tattoo? I'm going to get a Dungeons & Dragons themed sleeve done soon. I was just wondering if you've ever thought about it. Love the podcast. You're both awesome. So yeah. Jordan, why don't you go first? You mentioned having some tattoos. What? You were lying?
Yeah, those are like all stick-ons, like the ones I have on my arm.
Wow. Jordan told me he had tattoos on his butt.
Yeah, I do.
Do you actually? I have no idea if you're lying.
I have a check. Okay, so I have a tattoo on my chest. I have a tattoo on my left arm, and then I have a cutie mark. No, actually, I don't.
Oh my
or
God.
do I? Like that's the thing I like saying. Like, all right, ladies, if you're of age, you can find out. But there you go. Like, I won't say anything else on it. That's all I'll say is.
So you're not gonna even tell us if you have tattoos?
I do. I just said it. I had one on my chest.
Tell us what.
And one on my arm.
What's the cutie mark?
I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna like go into detail. Like, I like people keeping people in detail. Like, because so many people are like, does he or does he not? And I'm just like. Yeah, maybe I do, maybe I don't.
How dare.
So ironically, you can see my butt 3 times on my channel because I've been butt naked on my channel like a few times.
Oh my
so
God. Then why won't you share it if you've already been
Well, there you go.
Channel?
That's for you to find. That's for
all right,
them to
viewers, listen up. You have to go scour through his videos.
Yeah, scour.
Hours of content. Find the tattoo shot, screenshot it, and post it on Twitter.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it, please.
Do it.
But yeah, I have 0 tattoos.
Well, yeah,
none
you do
of those
on your face. Those little dots.
On my face. Oh yeah, these are totally tattooed freckles are actually a real thing.
That's why I brought it up. I know what you're doing. You think I can bullshit you?
You're
think you can fool me, Katy?
You think when I was 5, I had tattooed freckles?
I know what you do in Alabama.
Damn.
Let's see how it goes.
I'm very committed to my tattoos of freckles. But yeah, I don't have any, and I don't think I ever will. Not for like some religious bullshit or something, but like needles are not for Katy. But I have always wanted. There is one that I would want if I could. if I could get through it. But I don't
She wants
think
the
I can.
neji one on her forehead, like just right there.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
just right there, just jammed
No!
in. Yeah, right there.
And I'll wear a Naruto headband forever, and then I'll have
Exactly.
dramatic moments
You're
where
like
I
that
remove
girl
it. Like
from the What's New Scooby-Doo Vine. Have you seen that TikTok?
Yeah. I don't think so.
I'll send it to you after this. It's funny.
Oh my god, please do. In the comments below. No.
In the comments below.
But yeah, if I could have a tattoo, I really wanted it to be like sneaky. Like I wanted it to be
a fox.
No. Although I get what you did there. I want it to be something that no one could see unless I very specifically wanted them to. So what I would want is like a really tiny little heart under my boobaroo.
That would hurt like hell.
Exactly. So it's not happening, but that's what I wanted, just so like no one can see it unless I really want them to.
You know
like,
what you should get?
I'd have to lift up my boob.
You know what you should get? You should get one of those tattoos right above the "Hey Nanner Nanner" that says "Lucky You."
No, I should get. No. I had a friend that she wanted a tattoo of like the hearts from Legend of Zelda, like the heart containers, but all down her spine, and I was like, "You sick fuck."
That would hurt.
That's gonna hurt like hell. And she didn't do it, but man, she was almost gonna go and do it.
Like I think like the ones that hurt the most are the ribs and the like, of course, like the face and shit like that, and then like the neck, but like stuff where it's like really tender. Like
I think it's like your ankle area, I think, is a very sensitive spot.
Because I know my chest one, I didn't feel too bad for it. Like honestly, my ones are in like the least painful areas. Like, because I remember it's like a tradition in my family to get tattoos. So like when I was 18, I got mine, and I felt like Wolverine, like going in, because like they just tatted me up, like they did it.
Yeah.
It like, took like 4 hours, and then like I got my arm done and my chest done. And yeah, like it was weird. I had to put this cream on it for like 2 weeks and all this stuff. But yeah, I've like had it for a while now, and so it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so cool. Man,
It wasn't that painful either. It just felt like, someone just.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, did it feel just like a really interesting massage?
No, well, honestly, I thought it was going to be, like, the way people were talking about it, like, I was kind of scared, because, like, I am fucking terrified of needles. Like, I hate needles to death. Like, I just hate giving blood. But, like, I'm at the point now where it's just, like, oh, okay, I'll just, like, as long as I do not look at it, I'm fine. Like, I'll just, like, imagine something else and, like...
Yeah, that's good for you.
And so, like, but, like, when it was doing it, it was just, like, it wasn't really, like, a needle. It was just, like, a bunch of... just, like, a really fast, like, poking massages. Like, someone just, like, had a...
So it almost felt good to you?
I wouldn't say it felt good, but it felt, like, very interesting, because it does make you bleed. It's, like, something that's pushing into your skin, is pushing ink into your skin, so it was going to make you bleed, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, man. I've never been to a tattoo parlor where somebody was getting a tattoo. Like, I've walked in before with a friend when they were looking at the artwork, but then I was like, I'm out. Peace.
It's
but
cool.
yeah,
I want to
think
get
tattoo
like
artists are really cool.
a part of me is like I kind of don't want one, but a part of me does like want to go like, oh, there is this, like, I have this idea for one that I would really love, but it would hurt like hell.
Yeah,
so I was like,
yeah. Oh man.
Just drug me up and do it. Just like knock me out and put me in.
Drug me up, and can't drug up. Drug me up.
Exactly.
Drug me. Yeah, I think people that have tattoos are so cool. Like, Zach's been wanting to get one too, and he has like a favorite comic book artist that is like in Georgia, I think, that he wants to be the person to make his tattoo. I don't remember what his tattoo that he's wanting is, but I know he has a cool artist that he wants to do it, and so I'm just like really excited for him to do it one day.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have tattoos out there, tell us in the comments below.
Yeah, tell us in the comments below.
Tattoos are really cool. Yeah.
I'm going to get a Dungeon Dragon sleeve done. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's really neat. Like, oh man, I think all the designs for like D20s and stuff that I see just on Twitter, just for, like, generic artwork, are so cute. I'd love to see somebody with like a really cool D20 design. Oh man.
Yeah, man. But speaking of artists,
I was waiting to see if you were gonna do the segue. Heck yeah!
Okay. So this how we do it better. Yeah, like there's a bunch of cool stuff. I mean, like I remember Like there was this great design
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons movie that I saw that I was just,
Yeah,
like, really
totally,
touched me.
yeah.
But speaking about movies,
da-da-da.
all right.
Take us to our next question.
This comes from Terrence, and it says, I saw Jax post this on Twitter the other day. Follow me at Jaxblade Fitness, but thought it'd be
Hey.
fun question. What is... Excuse me, I got something stuck in my nose. It feels like a sneeze is stuck. Fuck,
Oh,
I hate
no.
that. Okay, what is something that you saw in a movie or show that affected you in a way of giving you OCD or making you extra careful? So, Taryn, this is a reference to a tweet I made a couple of days ago where I was talking about, like, what's a thing you saw, like a horror movie or a TV show that really stuck with you for years that makes you just paranoid. So for me, whatever it is, like, I will always, no matter what, before I drive off anywhere, especially at night, I have to check the backseat of the car and under the car before I drive off. Like, I honestly have to do that every single time because it's just like, I don't want, like, there's so many times where you see someone, like, just hiding in the backseat of a car waiting for a person to drive off and then they get them. Or, like, someone is hiding under the car, or they, like, put a bomb under the car or do something fucked up like that. Like, shit like that. That always just fucks with me, so I always have to look under the car or and behind and in the back seat before I drive off. And like I have a whole contingency plan, like if this, God forbid, this ever happened, where it was like if I was walking to my car and then like let's say I noticed someone like in the back seat that wasn't there, like first I would just pretend like, oh, I forgot something inside, then I would call the cops and then they would get it. But like if I open the door and see them, then it's just like I have the upper hand because they have to be all cramped up and closed, and so that gives me more escape time. So so it's there. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I think a similar story that I have is I think I've seen like scary situations in movies before where somebody was being followed. So I always, when I'm walking like a distance or something, look behind me, and if I see somebody like behind me, I try to figure out. Like, you know, you can't figure out everything, obviously, but, like,
you start running?
how just... No. I try to figure out how distracted they look or, like, how far behind me they are. And, like, I just take note, like, of their face. And I'm just like, okay. And, like, I just keep going. Even if, like, if they turn a corner, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But, like, it's something that I subconsciously do, maybe.
Well, it's a good way to do that is, like, it is kind of creepy because, like, if you start running... And then you turn around and you see them start
I've never
running.
just started running.
I did that before.
No.
That's so weird. Like when someone's following you and then like you start running and then you notice that they start running when they were walking. So it's like, oh, they clearly are following me. That shit is weird. Every time that happens, it is
Because typically I try to make sure that I don't get into a lot of situations where I'm walking alone at night. The most that I'm walking alone is in broad daylight and there's generally people around. But if like for some reason the street's a little clear and I just have like a 2-minute walk to get to my car, to get to insert wherever, I look in like all directions and I try to see who's kind of near me, and that could just be like some life shit, but that I think there have been movies that have made me more just like the look over the shoulder thing.
Scream 4
well,
did
no,
that.
I haven't seen any of those.
That was so dumb. Like this girl was like walking to her car, and then like she got in her car. And then, like, she was like...
And did she lock the doors immediately?
No, she didn't. It was stupid. And then she, like... It was stupid.
Oh, no.
She, like, heard something under her car, so she got out. And then she, like, went inside. And then, like, Ghostface just freaking ran up to her and was like, ah! And then she just stabs her in the chest, like, 3 times and runs away.
God damn.
And it's just like... Dude, you would have been safe if you just kept the fucking window shut. It's just like, oh, there was this one thing. A friend was talking about this on Twitter the other day, where she was talking about why she will never like sit in a car with the windows down because
oh no,
yeah,
fuck
she was
that.
watching like this thing. I think it was Mari or something like that. And there was like a person just walking like on the street while this person was in their car waiting for someone to pick up, and this homeless man just walked by, and this homeless man had like a glass full of acid and he just chucked it in her face, and then like he just like ran, and then like he just ran off. And it's just like like no matter what it is, like that person will. That's why you always leave your windows up, even if it's blazing hot. You just leave your windows up while you're waiting.
Yeah. Like whenever I'm in a car, the minute I'm sitting in a car, I try to lock the doors. Yeah. Like, if I'm going to be sitting there for, like, 2 minutes, the doors are locked, windows are up. Like, if I'm looking at my phone and stuff, typically if I'm sitting somewhere parked, it's, like, there's a lot of people around. But if there aren't, I do the same thing, and I'm generally not sitting there long. It's, like, pulling up the podcast or pulling up the GPS. And, like, I do a few double takes to see, like, if anything's around, like... But
Do you have
I
a
do have
contingency
ones.
for this?
I have. You what?
Do you have a contingency for that?
What do you mean?
Like if someone was like you said you like wait in your car, then what if someone was like in the back seat? Do you have like a contingency? Like
Well, I already would have looked.
Okay, so you do look.
Yeah, but that's
okay.
just,
That's
like,
why I was asking. Like
it's not that like it's not that I make a special effort to like peek behind, but when I get in the car, I have a small car. I can see my entire back seat as I'm stepping in to sit.
I mean, like sometimes they hide on the floor. That's why I was asking.
Well, I can see like I'm saying, I can see that too. Like when I'm getting into my car, I can see my back seat, and my floor is not very like low. I have a small car.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very like spacious, so I can see everything. Like it would have to be like a puppy under a seat, like for me to miss it. But yeah, I have a story about somebody that had a window rolled down.
What happened to you?
Oh no, not to me. I was doing a hair show, and I was talking to one of the models backstage, and she was talking about how she was sitting in a car one time, and she had her doors locked, but she had her window like kind of halfway down, and she was just smoking a cigarette, and this guy comes up, puts his head through the window, not his hand, he's not holding the weapon, he's just like, he sticks his head inside and says, "Hey, can I have a cigarette?" And I was like, dude, you should have rolled that window up. If it fucking decapitated him, good for fucking him. Like, no, do not do that shit. And she was just...
Was it some random guy?
It was a random, like, guy. Like, I don't know his story. He stuck his head inside of her car. Like, she told me she did not know this guy. It was 100% a random situation. And I was like, you should have fucking just rolled your goddamn window up. Like, if he wants to stick his head in random people's windows, like, yeah, fuck you. Like, that is not cool. And so she was just like, no. And he was just like, oh, come on. And then I think conveniently or something, like based on the story she told me, a policeman was walking by, but not like near them, but like across the street, and like looked or something. And she just like gave him a look. And then I think the guy just walked off and was like, man, like, so that's the story I was told. But I was just like,
out in his eye.
Yeah, like, dude, like,
yeah, what the fuck are you doing? You know what, like, I noticed this, like, I'm very femme fatale with some shit, like, I know that sounds weird, but, like, it's like, if someone does something where it's, like, you're doing something that is wrong, and you know it's wrong, then, like, I'll, like, lure the men a bit closer, and then, like, okay, now you're getting bodily harm, because it's, like, you're fucking, like, you don't do that shit, like, you don't fucking do that shit, like, what the fuck?
I think it was more about the fact that he was, like, that could have been a dangerous situation.
No, like, what was he doing? Like, was he just like, hey, like, was she smoking and then just, like, he was
like,
just
she
there?
was just sitting in the car smoking a cigarette by herself, and this guy that she does not know sticks his head in. She does not know if he's about to fucking harm her, so that could have been terrifying.
Did you see that video of that, what was it, that person who went into the convenience store with an axe and attacked the two people?
No.
Oh god! I mean, it wasn't like horrible. What happened was this person oh yeah, I remember. It was I forget who it was. It was this trans individual who I forget who it was. Like what was wrong with her? But
wait, she was
the attacker. She was the attacker. Yeah. So like I guess something happened that I don't know, triggered her or something like that. But she went into the store. And she got
with hatchets,
with an axe. Like you see her walk into the store with an axe, and it's oh god. And then like this black woman is like standing there like trying to buy some stuff. She notices it, and so she tries to hurry up and purchase her order. And then this other guy comes up in line behind her, and all of a sudden the person tries to attack the cashier, and then the guy goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she chops him in the face with the axe. Luckily she doesn't kill him, but she like chops him in the face, and it's just like, oh fuck. And then the black woman tries to run away, and then she chops her in the back, but her like dreadlocks were thick, so she like gets it, and so she gets hit, and she lies down on the ground. She like pulls okay, I'm dead, now I didn't go. And then like the woman, or the I forget who, the trans woman walks away like all disgruntled. And it was like, it's a really creepy video, because it's just like, what the fuck, like, because you see her walk in, like if I saw someone walk into the store holding a weapon like that, I'm just like, fuck this shit, I'm out, no thanks,
yeah, no,
don't mind me.
I'm just gonna get my shit and leave. Oh my god. So wait, did the cashier get killed?
No. Like, well, it was just an attack. It was just an assault. Like, I guess, I forget what the full situation was, but this person got triggered in a way that they were like, oh well, something was wrong with them, and so they decided to take it out on these like innocent people. It's like that's what it was.
I didn't know if there was like.
No, it wasn't like they weren't like being like transphobic and saying like, oh, get out of here or something like that. They were just like minding their business. This person had an incident. They came in, they chopped him with an axe, and it was just
I hope they got I hope the people are okay.
Yeah, I mean that woman's lucky her dreadlocks were so thick. Like they like literally like saved her from like getting a thing. Like she had a cut in her back still, but it was just like, oh shit.
Dang.
Yeah, it was fucked up, man. I watched that shit like so many times because I like try to like gauge like, okay, what could you do in this situation? Because I honestly watch a lot of these videos because I'm like, I want to make sure if I was ever in this situation, I could defend myself. So it's like, okay, this is where he fucked up right here. Like the guy, like first off, he didn't have his guard up whatsoever. So like when the woman just chopped him in the face, even though he didn't die, it just like it like broke his chin. It was just like, oh god, ugh, it's horrible.
Yeah. Man, there's so many like scary things happening out there. Like there's a new thing every day.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's the news. Insert segue. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
I was trying to think.
I was giving you.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Start that over.
Because remember, I was like talking about that's why I watch it to keep myself safe. So I was gonna give you some drills. Yeah. There you go. Like I was giving you the bounce off.
Yeah, you gotta get consistent with keeping yourself safe. Speaking of building momentum and being consistent.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Our segues this episode suck. Comment in the comment section below if you have better segues than us.
My segues are awesome.
Yeah, you're actually, that's a fair point. My segues are the only ones suffering this episode. But I will be back with a vengeance with better segues.
I bet.
But yeah, so this next question is very, very cool. It says, "Hi guys, I love your podcast. I had a question about pull-ups. It took me a very long time to learn how to do one pull-up."
Yay.
And then in parentheses it says, "Yay." And now, do you have advice for how to increase the number I can do in a row? I feel like I'm a bit stagnant at the moment. Is there a smarter way to do sets for improvement or other drills? And I think that's a cool question, trying to figure out how can you build momentum when you start something. And I think that can be applied to a lot of stuff in life.
So for
pull-ups.
Okay, so for pull-ups, what you need to do, my friend, is like if your max is one pull-up, like you can do one pull-up consistently, that's pretty good. So
I think their max is like 5 or something.
Wait, let me read this.
It was like there was another big portion of the question in the email, but I didn't want to copy paste.
Oh, okay. Well, if they can do 5 pull-ups, that's like a feat right there. So what you want to do is focus on doing the 3 pull-ups every single day. You don't want to go to fatigue, because when you get to fatigue, that's like gonna be just that's a different thing. That's like working like, oh, I'm gonna work on my muscular strength. So if you're trying to build up to doing pull-ups, cut like the max you can do in half. So like do like, all right, I can do 3. There you go. So try to do 3 every other day or 3 every day, because pull-ups is a calisthenic exercise. You can do calisthenic exercises every day.
Okay.
And if you do like 3 every day, eventually like the next week try, all right, I'm gonna do 4 now. All right, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to be like, once you get used to doing that, your body's gonna get used to doing that pattern, and so like, okay, you'll be able to like start repping out more and more, and you'll be able to go, okay, I'm doing it. Like I'm not doing my max, I'm just doing like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just gonna keep doing that and building up to it. So like that's how you go about increasing your pull-up game.
It's about building that momentum. Yeah, that's a really cool way to like look at some stuff too, though, like what you just said about look at what your max is and do like half of that but every day. So like you're getting a little bit done every day instead of stressing yourself out about doing the maximum amount of things. Yeah,
that's what you always gotta do.
Yeah, I really
focus
like that.
on sorry, my thing like got stuck in my throat for a second, but you gotta focus on just doing like a little bit, because like it's always better to do stuff in like bite-sized portions rather than to tackle it all at once. I mean, like, unless you're like that, because I remember in college sometimes I would like, bullshit, like, because I felt like I worked better under pressure and I would like put everything off to the last minute and do stuff. But it's like, it's so much better when you like make it more manageable and more consumable. Like, for instance, if I gave you like, oh, here is a giant 20-foot ice cream cake, you have to eat it all in a day, it's like, fuck, man, this is gonna be fun, but I'm gonna be sick afterwards. But if I give it to you like, all right, here's like 5 inches of this ice cream cake, and you eat it like every day for a month, then you like can get through it. So it's like you just go through it piece by piece. It's better to like always break things up and make it more manageable rather than just like tackling it at once. in my opinion, at least.
That's like something that it's so easy to see why that's true when you look at it like objectively, but sometimes the pressure can feel like, oh, I have to do all of this or else I'm not doing enough.
Exactly.
When it's
I
like,
know.
no,
Like,
baby
that's the
steps are
pressure
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Remember, like the old classic saying, "Rome wasn't built in a day." Like my whole catchphrase is this: just try to get 1% better each day, because after 100 days, then you just be like, "Oh shit, look how far I've come. I got 100% better each day." So it's just like, just aim to get 1% better. Little increments are so much better than everything else. Like that's one of the reasons like a lot of people have problems with weight loss and fat loss or just muscle building in general, is because they try to rush it. They don't like take their time with it. Like for instance, like for me, back in 2014, I took my time and I did like a slow fat loss thing where I got down from like 198 to like 160. And the reason I did that, and I've been able to stay like around 160, 170, is because like I did it so slowly and I built myself up. Because like this is the true fact about life. If you're trying to like reach a certain goal, and maintain that goal, then you have to maintain the level of effort you put towards getting it. So for example, if you did what is it, like if you just let's say you want to get abs fast, right? All right, everyone loves abs, all girls love abs, every man loves abs, you know, like they just love badass, right? So it's just like, oh crap, I only have 3 weeks until summer, I'm gonna starve myself, not eat carbs, take a bunch of ice baths, drink a lot of water every day, do all this extra stuff, and then like, all right, got my abs, they're awesome, all right, but can you maintain that now? Like that's the thing. A lot of people have problems. Is like, okay, now that you've got them, can you maintain that? Oh no, I'm not eating. I'm not eating like I was. I'm not drinking like I was. Whatever. Yeah. But if you had taken your time and taken those 3 weeks and make them into 3 months, then you can maintain what you're trying to maintain. So like, if you're trying to like go, okay, I want to have like, let's say right now, like abs right now.
Yeah.
Katy. Like I'm approximately like 172 right now. If I want to have abs by MomoCon, I should have a caloric deficit and do my workouts every day and like have a certain diet plan to follow. And I'll be able to have like a good look, but I won't be like super, super ripped. But like if I wanted to be super, super ripped for like say MomoCon, I could do like a bunch of extra stuff, but I know that's not maintainable and it would only be a short time. And then that's just the thing. Like I'm all about trying to maintain what I got rather than just like, oh, I have it for a look one day and then it's gone. And it was just like, okay, it was cool once, so just whatever. Like that's my advice to people out there. Like don't rush things. It's better to do things gradually and slowly and build up to it.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that's a really good answer, and
thank you.
Like those are perspectives that I've thought about before. It's almost like you're trained in that.
Oh, hey, you right?
Oh man,
that's an easy way to seduce me.
Ah, dang it! You beat me to it.
See, we like that. More chemistry than a science class. That's gonna be our first T-shirt, people.
Class. Yeah, our next question. If you'd like to take it away, Jordan.
Okay, sure. Series. This one comes from Lorland Battle, and they say, "What is the easiest way to seduce you?" I'm gonna look, ladies. Yeah. Any ladies watching this of age, like if you have like a cute face and big boobs, and you like wore a low cut shirt, and you're like, "Hey, Jax, I'm one of your biggest fans," and whatever. Like I am your like, even if I don't want to be like. I don't know what it is. Just like seeing a girl with like a cute face and a big boobs, like just and wearing like those low cut shirts that girls wear that show them off is just like, well, yeah, I'm trying to concentrate now, but this is really hard. So like, I'm like putty. Like I'm just saying this. You have me. Like you have me, lady. I'm just gonna say this, woman. You have me under your control. I have to like. Find a way to escape, but you have me there. You have me. Or just like working out, like okay, for instance, like if I was like working out in the gym, right, and then like I was like I saw a girl like wearing like a chia shirt, which I did, and like got her number and it was cool, but like it was like
nice, yay,
working out, and she's like breaking a sweat doing battle ropes, and then she just looks at me and it's just like booyah, am I right? And then I was just like, yeah, I want you. I need you right now. Like, we need to go in the car. Like, please come with me. Please. It's just like, I need you. I am so thirsty right now. I am so thirsty right now. Like, it's just one of those, like, there are just some certain things, like, if a girl did it, I'd be like, you can have me right here, right now, if you said that. Like, if a girl, I swear to God, if a girl ever said booyah, or should I say boobya, am I right? It's just like, fucking take me. Just fucking take me.
God.
Take me now.
So clearly it doesn't take much to get Jordan into bed.
No, it doesn't. It really, I mean, well, it does, because I'm
proud of you.
Well, I mean, like, I mean, there's certain things, like, if a girl was like, oh, you want to go watch, oh my God, have you seen My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? Do you want to go watch it? I was like, oh no, I've never seen that show. Yeah, let's go watch it. Yeah, sure. Let's go watch it.
Yeah, that's totally not what everything in my life is about. Oh my God.
No, there's some times though where I feel like if they brought up something and they asked that, I'd be like, oh, have you seen this show? But it's like so nuanced to what I like. I would be like, it's so rare that someone will like this. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Wow, I haven't seen that. Let's go. Yeah.
So you would actually lie about it.
I would definitely. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
I would be like, this is, that's great. Yeah, just.
How would you feel if somebody did that to you?
I'd be flattered. Like, Jordan, like, you remember what Rinko did to Yamato? No, I mean, like, in Takiao.
No.
And remember My Love Story? Where she left her phone.
Yeah, I haven't finished it.
Remember?
Oh,
You've seen the first 3 episodes.
That's I think a little bit of a different situation.
She left her phone.
That's something that can casually and accidentally actually be done. But you don't forget if you've seen like a
I just
full
be like,
series
oh
of
wow.
shows.
No, I wouldn't just bring it. I just be like,
that's
oh,
intentionally like full out lying.
Dude,
leaving a
I
phone
just be
somewhere
like
is something
this.
that you could accidentally do.
Katy, look, all I'm gonna say is this: like, if someone was like, yo, you want to go watch this show that I love, and like they were super excited.
Yeah, of course. Then just tell them, yes, I love that show. Let's watch it together. Don't lie.
Katy, you don't understand. I have to like pretend. I'm joking.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Like, because I don't see how it would make it any better.
Because
if make it even
I can
better.
be like, I don't understand it, and then I can like pretend that I marathon the entire show, and then like I know everything about it, and then it presses the person, and then they like show me their butt.
If somebody did that to me, I would feel very salty about it.
Yeah,
like, if
exactly.
I was lied to from the beginning, like about something.
Well, that's why you like chips.
Like, even if it's
because
like,
you're so salty.
I mean, you're right.
And I'm
yeah,
joking.
I guess the way to seduce me is to not lie about things.
See, this is why we're not seducing each other right now. We're doing the exact opposite.
Jordan
this is a
likes
prove a
to
point
lie.
to you, people. Don't do what we're doing. Oh my God.
The best way to my heart is to be a truthful person.
The fastest way to my heart is through my arteries.
That's fair. But yeah, I think for me...
I'm sorry, can I say this? There's certain things
that
I know will like get Katy to have a reaction. So sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I would totally lie. Yeah, I would totally lie, Katy. Yeah. Like, you don't understand why I would lie.
All you have to do is be immoral.
I will be super immoral, so she show me her butt. That's what I want.
Oh my God, you will never see this. There's
God.
I have a secret tattoo, Jordan.
Oh yeah,
and
I bet you
and
do.
Not even Zach knows about it
because
it's a secret. No, I'm
Congrats.
just kidding. I just wanted to also lie, so you know how it felt.
Oh, you hurt me so bad.
I'm gonna stab you with my lies.
What lies?
The lie that you're a terrible person. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I was lying.
No. Well, if you told someone you lied, but you didn't lie, then you lied, right?
Oh God, that's an entire paradox. Let's
what
go back
if you
to
were
the
on
seducing.
the floor and you
The best
lied?
way to seduce me is through paradoxes.
What if you were on the floor lying down and you told someone you lied, but you didn't lie? Would you lie?
Honestly, I love lying down on the floor.
Yeah, I know
so,
you lie.
I lie all the time. In fact,
Yeah, exactly.
I like to lie down and sleep and take naps.
You're a liabetic. You got liabetes.
I am a liability.
That's why you gotta take all that into line. Oh.
This has gone completely off topic. So okay. So you said the way to seduce you is just to exist.
What? No. Okay. Well, all right. Here's the honest way to seduce me.
Give us an honest answer.
Well, I'm gonna be real. The boob one is an honest answer because I can't control. Like, it's something I just love. I love opie, and like if a girl was like cosplaying like Mia or something like that, and came up to me cosplaying Mia with like a low cut shirt, I would just be so whoa. Like I'm not being able to talk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude. Like, yeah, but like I'm saying, you have me. Or if you're working out and you're just like, yeah, I'm just working out, and then just like you look over to me, and then like you just wipe your sweat. And you're just like,
yeah,
sup,
yeah.
bro? Like, or no, actually
okay.
don't go. Like, if a girl calls me bro, that's just disgusting. Like, it's just
Oh god.
Only my sister can call me bro. That's weird. Oh
yeah,
god.
It's fair. It's
but
fair.
oh god. Like,
so it's just
actually, if they're
okay.
nice, like they're kind to other people, like they're just like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, like let me go help you with this. Let me take you for this. It was like, oh yeah, I like to help this other person out. Or when they're generally sweet to other people, like that is just like. You are a good person. You are a good person. But again, like if they were like, just if they said that boob thing, I'm yours. Like take me to your fucking room.
I definitely think kindness is something that is way underrated, man. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. If someone is a very kind and like giving person, and like humble, like all that good stuff, and like I can tell that they're not just trying to like put stuff out there to be impressive, like they're actually just a really cool person. That kind of stuff is like one way to make me be like, oh my gosh, you're really cool, like would be a friend. But to take it to like that Seduced level, like you have to have all of that, plus you have to be really good at making me laugh. Like you have to be really witty, like, and make me laugh in a way I can't even explain it. Like somebody who's just really funny, but not just like silly, goofy, like knock joke, like actually legit, like it'll just come out of nowhere and I'll be laughing at our inside jokes. Like that's one of the main things that's like, take me right fucking now, you're hilarious. Like, and like it would be a fun interaction when we're together doing our stuff. Like, because like somebody who can be funny like that is really fun in bed. And
so you want to see their thing and laugh at it. So when they like pull it out, just helicopter.
Oh yeah, every day. I always point at Zach's dick and I just go, ha ha, that's beautiful, I love you, and then we make love.
That's good. Nasty.
You're nasty. But yeah, that's one of them. And then like if you're just like a respectful human person, and like sometimes like I'll just get turned on if this person in question makes like a comment that's very compassionate and understanding about a situation, and like they're empathetic. Like, ooh, empathy gets me fucking wet, my dudes. Like,
what the fuck?
Whoo, empathy, my dudes. Like compassion and empathy, and whoo, goddamn, I need to change.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and then, I guess like if they're mildly good looking, I don't know.
Mildly good looking.
Yeah, like cause looks are like important, but they're not like.
Oh yeah, can we talk about this?
The main
here?
thing. Yeah. What do you mean? We've talked about that before.
What's this looks thing? Because like there are people out there who will say like, oh, looks don't matter at all. And a part of me is like, okay, if they don't matter at all for you, that's a good thing.
I never said they don't matter at all.
No, I'm not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like there's some people who say this. I'm saying like there's some people who say, oh, looks don't matter at all. And I'm just like, okay, if that's how you want to think, sure. But I'm saying like looks, I feel like looks do have some importance because like it's what entices you to be like, oh yeah, I want to go talk to some of that right there. Like that's I think that's like a little thing, just being like, oh yeah.
I think that good hygiene also comes into that because like you can be a good looking person, but if your hygiene is shit, you smell bad, like you're dirty, like you're you what?
I almost said so.
Oh my god. Yeah, like that hygiene plays into that looks thing for me, because if somebody can be really funny, but if their hygiene is shit, I will not go near you with like a pole with any of this. Like,
right.
Yeah, and so that's why I think it's important to understand what you're talking about when you say like good looks and stuff, because I think everybody can be like quote unquote, I guess, good looking in their own way, but if you have bad hygiene, you can be fucking
get abs.
Willis,
there you go.
It's like gonna be no.
You're good looking if you have abs.
Abs definitely don't make you good looking.
Yeah, they do. They definitely
do.
Don't listen to Katy. I'm the man
Let me rephrase. If you have abs, that doesn't mean you're not good looking. Like, you're a beautiful person, and if you want to have abs, that's great. But just the sole having of the abs is not what makes you a good looking person.
To Katy people, but to everyone else it does. So there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. That's totally how that works.
Oh God.
Because I've actually seen guys before that they had abs, but like they had everything else was not going for them. They were trying to compensate, I feel.
Well, yeah, that's what they are for, to help you compensate, lady.
It was not working, and they weren't funny, and and they had bad hygiene. It was like, no, like your breath smells like Timbuktu, and I can tell you've not showered in like, oh my God, it was bad.
Were they working out?
No, we were like just somewhere. Like in a public place, like, whoa, dude, why are you like this? I mean, live your life, but stop trying to get into mine, because this is not very good.
Right.
Yeah, so I think everybody has different situations, and sometimes it's good to try new things if you're really into that stuff. And speaking of new things,
there you go.
Look at that segue. High five, Katy. Thank you.
You should have said high five, Connie.
High five, Connie. Daylight savings time.
You know, like when I say, good one, Jordan. Thanks, Jax. Yeah, that's what you always say. You're supposed to do that.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to talk to my friend here, all right? And
I need to create an outward persona for Connie. She used to be my roleplay character in like D&D when I was younger, and then I wrote fan fictions about Naruto with her as a self-insert.
Right.
So she had her own personality, but her personality was mostly sleeping with Naruto characters and running as a ninja in a D&D world.
Yeah, I know that feeling, because like,
that's what 14-year-olds do when they're writing fan fiction.
It is true. I know what I used to do. I used to be like on Tumblr, and I would always just go and I'd print out puns. And I would just,
God!
I just go print them out and then like put them on paper because they're terrible.
You would print out memes.
No, I'd print out puns. Put them on paper.
But that's like the equivalent of today printing out like a meme.
Yeah.
That's beautiful and wholesome, and never lose sight of that.
Get it?
Da-da-da, damn it.
Terrible.
You were building up to that goddamn Bo Burnham vine.
That's funny.
That was a very new way to look at things. Speaking of new. Wow, we're so good at segueing. I say with such vigor in my voice. But yeah, this next question from Anonymous is, what is something new that you have tried recently? And I guess I can start it off. I've tried playing Persona 4 for like 20 hours straight. It was a great experience.
I ordered some food online for the first time. That was interesting.
Oh, yeah? How'd it go?
Oh, I ordered chicken and an egg on Amazon. I'll let you know.
Okay. God dang it. How dare! How dare! I don't even understand the joke, and how dare.
Oh, God. I said I ordered a chicken and an egg on Amazon. I'll let you know.
But, like, you can't cook that chicken, my dude.
Do you get it?
It's gonna be a pet. I don't. I am a fool right now. I am a foolish fool. Explain the joke to me like the nerd that I am.
I ordered a chicken and an egg on Amazon. And then I said, I'll let you know. Because, like, you don't know which one's going to get here first.
That's a stupid joke.
You're smiling, though.
Make sense. You're smiling. I am smiling because you told it, and everything that you say lights up my world because I love you, Jordan. God damn it. But that doesn't mean your joke was good.
Yeah, it was. That was great.
Oh, my goodness.
Have you heard it? So,
did you actually order food online?
Yeah,
or are you still...
I did. I got like a little meal prep service. And like, what they do is they prepackage like healthy meals and they send them to you in this box and you just put them in the fridge and then you warm them up and they're good to go. You don't have to worry about like cooking or anything like that. So I just wanted to give an experience.
They should sponsor our podcast so that we can segue into like
Speaking of this, did you know this was brought by?
Did you know that this company for only $29.99 a month?
What's going back up? Even though we're just trying something new, is what was like a one of your favorite pickup lines that a guy ever said to you? Because I'm sure you got a lot. Oh God,
I mean, I don't think I ever got like lines per se. It would be more like a lot of the relationships I've gotten into happened from like we were friends and we built something.
So I mean, like what have you heard at like cons? Because I feel like it happens.
Oh God, I Mostly bad experiences if they try that angle.
Oh,
and I
okay.
haven't experienced that was the worst, but I don't have a best one.
Okay.
I think you know which one I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, I think I do, too.
Okay, it was this guy. I was very young, and he came up and hugged me, and like, and he did this really big like whiff, and I was like, "Oh, what's happening?" And he said, "You smell like a winner." And I was like, "Ah!" Like, and my friends were there, so I was safe. But I was like, "Thank you, I'm gonna go." But I was like, I think I was like 14 or 15 when this happened, and I don't know how old this dude was, but I don't think he was 14. And I was like, abort mission. So yeah, that was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. No, I've had worse. But that was the worst of that specific type of situation. So I don't know best pickup line. I remember saying on the podcast when we had Eileen on here that I had tried to use a pickup line when I was younger, but in my adult but in my adult life I have not come across anyone emphatically, or whatever the word is, like unironically trying to go for that angle. Well, I've mostly been in like committed relationships, and they've been with people that like we started out just talking about other stuff, and then we stayed together for like 2 years or whatever. So like haven't had a lot of opportunities to put myself in those situations. I've never done a dating app.
Have a parking ticket on it?
'Cause it's fine.
Yeah, I love
written
that.
all over it.
You got fine. Oh man. That's a good one.
That's funny. I've heard about pickup lines that are.
I like the one I pulled on you a
Oh,
long time ago, where I was like,
what?
I was like, Katie, what's wrong with your eye in this photo? Your left eye's looking weird. Because you looking right, girl. Shit like that.
I don't even remember you doing that, but I'm not surprised.
That was so funny.
I do not doubt for a minute that happened.
There was,
but okay.
No, never mind. I won't say that.
Oh wait, trying to go back to. I have no idea what you're talking about, but going back to things that are new that we tried recently, because trying new things is fun. Yeah, I played a lot of Persona 4, and that was really fun. I also went to a place called Bargain Hunt, and it was really fun. Mm-hmm. And I bought a Chopper plushie, and they had Jones Soda there for like $3 for like a 4-pack, which was like, what? So that was great. I just love getting cheap, cool things. And Jones Soda is my favorite soda. Mm-hmm. But I think those are the only new things I can think of right now. We started this podcast. That was new, but that was months ago.
That was in December.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else new have you done?
I made a new PDF file for my Mighty Guide book, so that's fun. Called Mighty Guide, Mighty Foods, teaches you about food that can help heal the body. And oh shit, I gotta do a PowerPoint for KamehaCon coming up because I have a panel. So that's the thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be annoying, but all right, I can do that.
Okay.
I did. Oh, what did I do? I did something that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Damn it! It's on the tip of my tongue. I remembered saying so. Oh, I cannot remember. But I did something. I did something that was important, and yeah, it was good, and yeah,
yay!
That was awesome.
Oh, one thing that I guess is kind of new is I fixed my sleep schedule.
Oh, you
which
finally
is cool.
did?
Yeah, I've been waking up around 9 every day.
Lucky.
Yeah, it's like, because that was kind of the set time that I wanted to be up by. And that was pretty great. And, like, even today is Sunday, I could not sleep past, like, 10:15 because it felt like too long.
Right.
And I used to be able to, like, go hard. So sleeping in is even shorter for me, which I like. So I was very happy that I've kind of fixed my sleep schedule because it's been a long time. So that's kind of new to me.
Right.
So yeah, that's pretty neato. Oh, another new thing I'm doing. I think I talked about this. I'm not sure. I'm watching Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter.
Or is
it's just called Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter.
The X is silent. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching Hunter x Hunter. I'm on episode 3, and 3 episodes in, I already.
Are you watching the '90s one or the new one?
I think the old one, or I'm watching it on Netflix.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm on episode 3 of the first season, and I already can see what Naruto stole from it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they kind of fixed it up. Like, they tweaked what Hunter x Hunter did for the specific thing I'm talking about. I can't remember the names.
Kurapika. Kurapika's the blonde one who looks like a girl. Leorio's the big guy with the glasses.
I'm not even talking about that, actually, or in terms of characters. I'm talking about for, like, the Chunin exams, for example. The episode with Kabuto, where Kabuto, like, ends up being the traitor, and he knows all this stuff about the rookies, and he's trying to actually mess with the rookies. And, like, the Rookie Crusher episode in Hunter x Hunter was exactly like the first episode of the Chunin exams in Naruto, where they meet Kabuto. That character was exactly like Kabuto, except there were, like, some minor tweaks, because there was another character that had the info on the other examiners. But, like, the fact that there was a character that had taken the exam 35 times, and Kabuto had taken the exam a lot of times, like,
had he?
Yeah. Well,
really?
Well, you know, he was in disguise, you know, obviously, because he was working for Orochimaru.
Wait, how old is Kabuto, though? I thought he was, like, only 17 or early 20s.
Well, he didn't take it 35 times. Like, what Naruto stole from Hunter x Hunter was Kabuto had taken the exam, like, a numerous amount of times, and that's why he knew so much. And in Hunter x Hunter, this guy had taken the exam a numerous amount of times, and that's why he knew so much, and he ended up being a traitor, just like Kabuto ended up being a traitor. It was, like, a similar... Even the layout of it, like, I could predict what was going to happen based on my knowledge of Naruto. So I was like, I actually like that, though, like, that I'm seeing some of the roots of, like, the inspirations for a lot of what happened in my favorite shows.
Wait till you watch Dragon Ball, then.
I didn't say I've watched every inspiration.
I said wait till you do. I'm saying wait till you watch it. You always misunderstand me, woman, when I'm talking to you.
God dang it! I thought you had said... I thought you had phrased it differently. I thought you were like,
phrasing.
Oh, so you watched Dragon Ball. Phrasing! But yeah, that's something new that I'm doing. You're a banana.
Because I find you appealing.
Aww. Have you seen that joke about, like, it's like a meme, an oldie goodie meme, and it's like, I'm a banana. I'm a banana.
What?
This episode of the podcast is so, like, we're just like
we're
so
like both
on that
at our things. We're doing good.
What do you mean?
I said we're doing good.
That we're doing good.
What?
How dare you? How
What?
dare you say that we're doing good? You
What?
monster! How could you?
Say
these things? Who's there?
I love you.
I love who?
Don't ask who.
Who?
Because it's
I'm
you.
an owl. Who?
Yeah, see? There you go.
I feel like we're just
rambling.
Right now. We're just like,
this is a good episode.
Rambling.
This is a good episode. This. We're both like, last time I was like super hyper. I think today I'm full of like fried chicken. And you know how fried chicken makes his brother Zach, so that's what's happening.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, speaking of chicken, Zach made chicken parm today. Like, he makes it from scratch. Yes, and he made it for me. It was so nice. And we had like our leftover Jones sodas from when we went to Bargain Hunt.
Oh,
so
nice.
It was like, it was so
Zach
great.
Is awesome. Zach is chicken parmesan.
He made it from scratch
Parmesan.
for me.
I like saying parmesan.
While I played Persona.
Parmesan.
Chicken Persona Jean.
Parmesan.
This week on this next episode of the Parmesan podcast, we just say the word Parmesan 80,000 times in an hour. Stay tuned for more at 11.
That's not really my cup of tea.
But I know it is my cup of tea.
Yeah, Sonic.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh. I'm loving everything about this. This is probably going to end up being a shorter episode. We're only at like an hour and 10 minutes. But that's
cool.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, so I think this is a pretty good time to end it.
All right.
So Jordan, where can they find you?
They can find me. Everything. Find me at Jaxblade on YouTube, Jaxblade Fitness, Jaxblade, Jordan Jaxblade Downs on Facebook, Jaxblade. That's where they can find me. Where can they find you? KaniDay Official.
Yay! You can find me at KaniDay Official on Twitter and on Instagram and on on Twitch, and then you can find me on Facebook at KaniDay Cosplay. You can find me on YouTube at KaniDay, and you can find me here with Jordan at the Weird Flex, but okay podcast at gmail.com. It's true. You can
find her in the river too.
Yeah, I'm always hunting in the river with my
Are you
stick.
A beaver?
I'm a beaver.
Cause damn.
I hate
Got him.
I hate you with a passion.
I know you do.
Just kidding, it's opposite day, but yeah, that's where you can find me. And if you want to email us, you can email us. You can do that at weirdflexpodokaypodcast@gmail.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at weirdflexpod.
And this song is made by Dan.
Yes.
Whatever his name is.
Yes, his name is Daniel Lewis. He goes by What's My Name on Instagram and SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, Dan. I don't know his name. So he's so good at it because I don't know his name.
He's
then
so great. You only just know his
what's
name.
your one black friend with the made up black name?
No! Are you talking about Ladarius?
Can you believe this cat? Oh god.
Go check out Ladarius. Actually,
anyway,
he has a thing called Shout Out World, and they do like media stuff for cons and stuff, and they're pretty neato too. Check Ladarius out. How dare you,
doing
Jordan?
This stuff when she knows it's a Boondocks
How-
character. But anyways,
how dare
thank you all
you.
for coming and watching. And we're going to go now, when
Yay.
she's gonna go talk to her made-up black friend. So good
Yeah,
night,
I'm gonna
y'all.
go eat my powdered donuts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to just say something that sounded white. Bye.
Yeah.
Saltines.